Hello, how are you? I am back again, and today I'm super excited because I'm talking about Diptyque, and this is their new fragrance. I love it. It's filled with rose. I love Diptyque. I love roses. It's truly a delight to be able to talk about this perfume, but we're going to get into it. We're going to talk all about it. So this is Diptyque's Eau Capitale, and it is of course inspired by Paris. Diptyque are obviously a French brand. They have a very famous shop in Paris. It is the store that inspired the fragrance 34, which is one of my favorites. I love 34. It's so beautiful. I also love Eau de Sense, and I love their candle Feu de Bourse. You know, the one which is smoky. I love it. I love the fig. I love Eau Rose. I love so many. They're just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful brand. I'm such a fan. This is the new fragrance, and it is truly beautiful, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. So I'm already wearing this perfume. I've been wearing it all day, and I can still smell it. It still smells great. It's got great staying power. I was also wearing it yesterday. It smelled great. I felt good about myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt good, and it has got great staying power, so I'm super excited about that. This perfume contains notes of rose, bergamot and patchouli, and it's also got a little bit of pink peppercorn in there. So as you can imagine, oh, I'm gonna take the lid off. Had to give it a good yank. As you can imagine, it's got a lot of rose in. I'm gonna spritz some more. You know when you're already wearing perfume and then you're like, I'm gonna spray more. And do you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like the Liberty London perfume room. You know, where there's like a lot of fragrance going on, but in a really good, almost quite old-fashioned way. It kind of just feels quite classic. Like, it's quite a simple fragrance, so you can definitely pick out the rose, which is gorgeous and really textured and just wonderfully rose-like. And it's also got kind of the bergamot, which is like quite smoky and quite a little bit fresh and kind of just lifts the perfume. Then it's got plenty of patchouli, which is quite earthy and slightly powdery, but it's also got this kind of quite old-fashioned vibe, like a little bit like, I know a lot of people refer to it as like silage, but like, you know, that kind of, it's got something quite old-fashioned and quite like adelidic florals about it. Like, it's quite nostalgic, it's quite vintage, but in a really good way, in a way that feels very classic, and it feels very like beautiful and like the theatre, and kind of like Paris, let's be honest, like Paris, like a very old part of Paris. It's kind of got that kind of quite old time kind of vibe, which I just love. Like, it's quite old waxed woods and libraries and theatres and cafes, but at the same time it's quite like a simple fragrance where you really can just pick out a lot of rose, a lot of patchouli, and a little bit of spice, a little bit of the peppercorn. It's really good. I mean, it's really good. If you like Eau Rose, then I think you'll like this one. But where Eau Rose is quite like fresh green roses, and it's kind of like, it's quite stemmy and it's quite leafy and it's quite fresh and it's quite aquatic and pretty and soft and fresh. This is a little bit more textured, deep, dark, almost dried roses. And obviously it's got a lot more like woodsy, earthy, darker, smoky, more kind of mysterious notes to it as well. So if you like roses, this is kind of like the dark, heavier, more midnight rose, whereas Eau Rose is more like fresh, pretty, daytime garden rose. I love them both. I just love roses. What can I say? I love roses, but this is really good. Plus, I love a little bit of like, I love like a classic fragrance. Like, I love Chanel No. 5. I think it's called Apogee. I don't know. I also like Guerlain's Shalimar. I love like a good old-fashioned fragrance. I like Estee Lauder's Alliage. I like that kind of quite old school fragrance, and this isn't like those fragrances, but it's just got a little hint of it, which I'm living for. I love it. I think it's beautiful. The label is beautiful. It had a special designer designing the label. I can't remember who, but I will put the information below. It's also on the Diptyque website. And I truly think, I think it's up there with like, I think it's in my top 5 Diptyque fragrances, which is not a statement I say like lightly, but I really think this is a really, really, really special fragrance. Do I like it as much as Eau Rose? I think I like it more. I really do. Do I like it as much as 34? I don't know, because 34 is so special, but I definitely think it's kind of up there. Like it's as good as 34, it's as good as Eau Rose, it's as good as Eau de Sense. It's a really high level, you nailed it, well done Diptyque kind of fragrance. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a serious contender for top 5, if not top 5 already. I love this one. I think it's beautiful. I hope they do a candle of it. I hope they expand the range. I hope they do more. Diptyque are very good with roses and I love it. And I just think this is a real, oh, it's really pretty on the back. On the back of the label, it's got more detailing. I'll make sure I show you. It's so pretty. Oh, I love Diptyque. But yeah, it's a really, really, really special fragrance. I really think it's the new icon of the brand. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, like I said, I like those kind of fragrances. I like Eau de Sense. I like Eau Rose. I like the Fig. I like the Feu de Bois. I love 34. 34 is probably my favorite. I like the base candle, but like I'm not obsessed with it, which a lot of people are. I'm just kind of a bit more into like, I think the richer ones that they do, and this is rich and rosy and smoky and earthy, and it's kind of just warm and fabulous and Parisian, but it's also quite vintagey, and it's quite dark, it's quite heavy, and it's just filled with textured rose notes, and I really love it. There might be a hint of oud in there as well. There is definitely a smokiness, and there's definitely a powderiness, but there is also almost just a touch of like mandarin, just a touch, just to give it a little bit of a fresh bite, along with the bergamot, along with the pink peppercorn. It's just got that kind of dark, deep, sexy, rosy, just Diptyque loveliness. It's very Diptyque. It's very wonderful, and I am here for it. So if you are coming towards the end of lockdown, wherever you are, and you go into a Diptyque shop, make sure you smell this one. If you are a huge fan and you are thinking about blind buying this one, I would say go for it, especially if you like the same kind of fragrances that I do. I just think this one's beautiful. I think it's a real contender for like, I think it's top 5, and I don't say that lightly, because there is a lot of good fragrances in the Diptyque collection, and this I think is really, really, really special. I really love it. I'm so enjoying wearing it. I loved wearing it yesterday. It's got great staying power. It's just what I want from Diptyque. It's what I needed right now, and they have delivered. I won't be going to Paris for a long time, but this just makes me feel all the Paris vibes that I just need, I want, I love. And it's so Diptyque, it's so fabulous. Oh, I love it. Can you tell how obsessed I am with this fragrance? It's just so good. Anyway, that's my video. Like I said, it's an eau de parfum. It's £120 for a 75ml bottle. It is a Chypre or Chypre. I can't work out. I did actually try to figure out the pronunciation of Chypre, which is the style of fragrance that it is. It's inspired by Paris, and it's got a lot of like deep, dark, earthy, woodsy, smoky, but overall rose notes. It's a very rose fragrance, and I'm living for it. I am totally here for it, and I love it. And I'm so glad I get to make videos about perfumes that I love, because yeah, who else can I tell about a perfume for like 10 whole minutes? I can't phone my mum and tell her about a perfume for 10 minutes. She would hang up on me. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Thank you for listening to me bang on about how much I love this perfume. It's so special. It's so special. I love it so much. And I hope you like it too. Thank you so much. See you again soon. Bye.